What's up, y'all, and welcome. This is Moochilla's Review. Al, and hit that hammer because you came through. Today I'm talking about Animal Kingdom, the Cody crew. We gonna see what it do. We gonna see how, if they're getting along now that they worked out their differences. We gonna see how they work as a team, and we gonna find out what's going on with them now in this episode. So let's get into it. So Pope is back at the house, and right now it looks like he's going to take charge of this family. Jay is falling in line, and he's handling all the business part. He's opening the mail right now, and he sees a postcard for Pope that's from Cassie. So basically she lets him know that she's all right. And he also sold his co-op, and he got a big check for that. So he talks to Darren. He lets Darren know that we have the money. We have some money coming in now, and he's gonna split it up. Each of them are gonna get $10,000 a piece out of this. And Darren is all right with this. Jay even goes as far as to ask Darren if he wants to know where he's gonna put all this money and how he's gonna take care of it. But Darren doesn't want to know. And he's all right with it now because I think he kind of earned his uncle's trust back. What do you guys think? Do you think Darren trusts Jay now as far as with the money and everything? Because it seems like everybody's falling in line and falling into their positions for the Cody family. Let me know what you think in the comments. So Craig gives Ren this big stack of money. Now we know that this big stack of money comes from when he was on his coked out binge, robbing them convenience stores, another. So he wants her to come to this skateboard race, and she tells him that she has a doctor's appointment with the baby. And Craig senses that something isn't right with this. Now Smurf is outside of a topless bar with Jake, and they're getting ready to pull a job, but they're waiting on Manny. And one of the strippers come out, and she's down with the job basically. And they're not going to be able to do the job because Manny didn't show up. So she's kind of upset about it that they're not going to be able to pull this job off right now because it was the perfect time. But they need 3 people for it because of the safe. So they're going to have to reschedule everything. And she's kind of upset about it, the inside girl, which is Linda. So she's pissed off that they aren't able to do this job right now. But she got to wait. They need 3 people, and Manny's not around. And Jake is living with him right now because his wife kicked him out. So they basically don't know where Manny is right now. So this is the risky race they do every year in Oceanside on the skateboards. And Parker Freeman shows up and offers Darren and Craig a free t-shirt that he's giving out to everybody that's there. He also invites them over to his bar because he wants to have an award ceremony. But Darren and them are not feeling him. And Darren doesn't like him, and Craig doesn't like him either because they're basically messing up his business. They're losing business since this bar opened up because they have like a free happy hour and everything. And he does not want to mingle with him. He doesn't want to mingle with him at all. I want to know, do you guys think that Parker Freeman is a cop? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Darren really can't stand Parker Freeman. He burnt up the free shirt that he gave him, y'all. So I want to know if y'all think he's a cop. Because I think he's just trying too hard to be his friend. Let me know what y'all. Jay and Pope get pulled over by the police. But it's the police that wants to be on the payroll for them. He tells them that he has some files they need to see about their family. And he's going to leave them somewhere for them to pick it up. So Pope doesn't even remember this guy. This is the guy that makes sure he went to the hospital instead of to jail. And they basically had him at the 5150 when they checked him out when he was having the blackout. So Craig and Darren are at the bar, and Craig asks Darren if he could swap houses with him because he needs more room, because Darren basically is staying at the bar, sleeping at the bar. But he doesn't want to switch with him, and that's a no-go. But he looks around and he sees that Darren's bar is empty. So he tells him he's empty because Son of a Beach is always having happy hour where they're giving out free drinks all afternoon. So his business is really slow. It's slow to non-existent right now. There's nobody in that bar right now. And that bar used to be crowded, jam-packed during the day. So now we get here, and Pope is basically getting rid of everything that reminds him of his mother, of Smurf. He wants to start out fresh, start out new, and he just remodels the bedroom. He remodels the bedroom. He even remodels the bathroom. So this is just going to make him feel better in the house if he gets rid of memories of Smurf, but he keeps the photo of him when he was little with his sister and his mom. So I guess he doesn't want to remember her how she was as an adult, as he was like an adult. He doesn't want to remember the last of her. Now Smurf and Jake go back to Manny's house to look for him, and they see his car, so they know he's there. So they're banging on the door. They don't let him. They don't get him to answer the door. So they go in, and they find Manny beat up. They beat him up really bad, and Smurf asks who did this to him, and she finds out that it's a guy named Pete that beat him up. Now, he's really bad. So she says the only reason why he got beat up like this is because he probably owed somebody money. So she asked him, how much money do you owe him? And he was like $20,000. So Smurf says, I'm going to go see him. And Jake is like, no, wait a minute, because this guy's a bad guy. You don't want to go see him and start any trouble, because he basically know how Janine's mouth is. So he doesn't want to really ruffle any feathers by going there. So Craig goes to see Carlos. Carlos is supposed to be serving food at the Son of a Beach bar. Craig plays Carlos extra so he doesn't show up there, and he wants him to come to Darren's bar. So as he's setting up the whole thing for him to go to Darren's bar, Carlos asks, is Ren going to be there? And he's like, no. Because he was like, yeah, because I need to re-up with her. And he was like, she's not doing that anymore. And he was like, yes, she is, because I bought some from her last week. So now Craig finds out that Ren is still dealing drugs. And he's really pissed, but he doesn't let him know. He's real calm about it, but I know his blood is boiling right now. So the police officer tells Jay and Darren that the files are at this house where they do tactical drills, and that they have 6 hours where they can look at these files and see what's going on and who's checking up on them. And Darren comes across Baz's murder file. I miss Baz. So with this, Jay wants to know what he's looking at, and he tells him that it's Baz's murder file. Now we all know that Baz is Jay's father, right? So we're gonna get back to that. So Jake wants to know the plan for her to be going to see Pete. She doesn't tell him anything. She just goes to the house, gets her gun, and gets some money. And he's telling her that basically Pete is a really bad guy, and we gotta be careful with how we approach him. Meanwhile, Darren, Jay, Pope, and Craig are back at the house checking out these files. They got all the files, even their juvenile records. Even their juvenile records, and they also have, again, Baz's murder file. But Craig doesn't even want to look at that. Meanwhile, Pope is really looking at it intensely. He's looking at it, and it's just like a little sad scene because they're not over how Baz got killed. Because that was some real crazy thing. So this was like a real bittersweet moment, because it was kind of sad because Craig really didn't want to look at it at all. He told him to put it away. He yelled at Pope. So Smurf goes to meet up with Pete. And she's going to find out, like, she wants to know what's so big and bad about Pete. And Jay can't even keep up with her. She's out. She's walking over there to him to see who Pete is. And she confronts him. And she's like, we need to talk. And when he sees Jake, he realizes that she's coming about Manny. And so he was like, all right, come on back. But you, Manny's friend, you got to stay out. So he takes her to the back and they talk. They have a conversation. And he takes his son with him. This is Pete Sr., y'all. So Pete, the family business was handed down just like how her thing was. So Pete Jr. is right there, and he's in business, doing the business with his father. So he hears everything. And she basically pays off Manny's debt. And it's something about Smurf that Pete likes about her. Pete likes how she's basically, putting her foot down with stuff and taking care of this. And she's like, he's like, you coming to pay off a grown man's debt. That is grown Pete now, but the little one, that's Pete. So I figure I'd add that picture in so y'all know who I'm talking about. And this is the start of the friendship and the business relationship between Pete's family and the Codys. So this relationship went way back, and look how it was just dissolved in the last episode. Let me know what y'all think about that. Do you think they really messed up by getting out of business with Pete? Did Darren really mess up with that? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Craig goes back to the house and he's searching through everything to find out if Ren has drugs in the house. He's searching the baby's crib. He's searching through her pocketbook. He's going through the whole house. He basically almost ransacked the house. And he doesn't find anything in the baby's crib, but he finds it in a box of tampons somewhere that men never look. But anywho, he's pissed off at this point. And Darren and Jay go and meet back with the cop. They're going to take his deal, but they want to give him $1,000 a week. And he's like, that's a no-go. They come to the agreement of paying him $1,500 every week for information. He also tells them that they know that someone's sending money to Adrian in Indonesia. And they need to stop sending this money because that'll have them have a probable cause for a warrant to search their homes. So Jay thinks Darren is sending the money, but Darren isn't sending the money, but he knows who, so he said he's going to take care of it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about this cop. Do you think he's going to really help them out, or do you think he might turn on them? Let me know what y'all think. So Ren comes home and Craig has the money sitting down because he's about to question her about her selling drugs again. She lied about the baby having a doctor's appointment, and she went around picking up drugs, and she had the baby with her. So he asked her what did she do with all the money he gave her in the morning? And he says, I just want you to do legal stuff. He doesn't want her selling drugs. And she was like, this is how you met me. This is how you met me, and this is how I'm going to be. And he tells her she's pretty much that she's a shitty mother. And that doesn't go well with her. It doesn't go well at all with her. She's pissed off. And she even smacks him. And she leaves him. She leaves him and she leaves the baby. I want to know, do you think this is the last we see of her? Do y'all think she's going to get arrested and then he has to take care of this baby by himself and have little Nick? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. So Pope goes to meet with the cop and see for himself what's the deal with this dude. He wants to know why this cop all of a sudden wants to work with them. And he goes to wherever he's having lunch at, And he happens to be having lunch with a CHIPS officer. So they talk, him and Pope, and he acts like he's an old friend. And he tells him, well, why do you want to work with us? He said, well, I'd rather do this than work at security at Coachella. I'd rather be doing something like this. I'd rather help you guys. And Pope basically accepts it. But I'm glad he's stepping up to the plate and he's taking the lead as the head of the family. I'm liking what I see with Pope. He's still got that little crazy edge to him, but he's handling his business now. He's doing his job like a big brother should. Keep in mind, there's one more thing that I wanted to add, that the cop went to high school with Jay. So Jay is the only one that actually knows this guy. So Jay meets her with Law, and he gives her attorney's fee, and he tells her that he wants her basically to handle their business. And he also tells her that they need a criminal attorney also. And at first she's kind of standoffish because she thought he was trying to get out of the business. But he lets her know that they worked everything out. And I think she's going to be their attorney to make sure they get through this without going to jail. And she just doesn't want to be blindsided by anything. So she lets him know that. And I think this right here is the beginning of a friendship. Do y'all think a little romantic thing might happen? I know we're on episode number 10, coming to episode number 10. So do you think we might see a relationship with this? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Darren done staked out Adrian's sister job, and he waiting for her to come out. And he confronts her about her sending money to her brother in Indonesia. And she basically feels like he influenced Adrian to be in a life of crime, and this is all his fault. But it's not. He did all of this smuggling on his own without Darren even knowing about this. So he got in all of this little trouble on his own. But she doesn't believe that. But Darren tells her to stop sending money, and she says, is that a threat? He said, yeah, it's a threat from the DEA, because if you aiding and abetting, you gonna go to jail, not me, because I'm not sending him any money. He sent him enough money where he set up where he could be all right. But she can't stand Darren. She feel like Darren ruined Adrian's life. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you think she's going to be like a thorn in Darren's side where she might end up coming after him? Let me know what y'all think. I just wanted to make a little correction. Darren sent him off with money. He never actually sent him money. He gave him money when he left to have him set up there. So I just wanted to correct that. Now Darren is back at the house, and he's talking to Pope, and he basically admits that he was wrong and he didn't handle the old Adrian situation right. And he should have did it like Smurf told him to, and he was supposed to basically kill Adrian. But Pope tells him, that's not you. That's not in you. You don't do stuff like that. And he lets him know he was all right with it. And to me, Pope is really coming into his own and taking charge. I'm liking what I see with him now. So Darren and Craig are at the bar, and Craig tells Darren how Ren left. He doesn't really get into it and tell about the drugs and everything, but he tells that she left and she took the baby, and he thinks they're over. But Darren assures them that she's gonna come back. These people come in the bar and they tell them to take off the shirt, the Son of a Beach shirt. They are not allowed to wear that shirt in this bar. And this is funny to me. So as Craig and Darren are sitting there talking, Parker comes in. And when he comes in, he got his hair up in a bun. He looked like he came to fight. So now he's like, you took my vendor, and They can't stand this dude. Craig and Darren, they get up, they ready to square off, and they basically kick Parker's ass, Parker and his friend ass. And they basically leave the bar. I want to know, is this the last we're going to see of him? Or is he going to be a problem for Darren and his business? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Smurf and Jake come back to Manny's house and bring him some food. And Manny finds out that Smurf paid off his gambling debt. And he's very grateful for it. He's very thankful that she did it. And she basically let them know that we're supposed to look out for each other. Like, we're friends. We're supposed to look out for each other. I hope this is the end of Manny's gambling, because it could get really bad for him if he goes back there and owes Pete money. He already let Smurf know as a warning. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. I thought this was a very nice gesture that Smurf did, because now she's making her crew even tighter. Because he always had a problem with her from when the other robbery went sideways when she was pregnant. So let me know what y'all think. Jay comes back to the bar and he lets them know that he found an attorney, but he doesn't tell them that it's Pamela Johnson's granddaughter. But I don't even think they care to know the intricate parts of everything. Jay basically is going to handle laundering the money. He's going to make sure everything is legal, where everything is covered, and he's handling the business end. Pope is going to be in charge of the whole crew. And Craig and Darren are basically the muscle and the doers on the job. So let me know what y'all think in the comments with my questions that I asked. So that was my review of Animal Kingdom episode 9, Let It Ride. I thought it was a pretty good episode, y'all. I gave it an overall 8. I like the direction that they're going in. I like the fact that they're kind of working together and they're beginning to trust each other a little more like it was before. So please like, share, and subscribe. Answer my questions in the comments. And if you don't know what to say, put that hammer in the comments so I'll know that you stopped by. Later. Ow.